I've been trying not to do so much editing, but yet I have work to finish, right? So when I edit too long, I feel very pukeish, or I get like really uncomfortable, and my eyes have all sorts of like floaters. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of screen time that I have a day. So this is obviously my getting ready top and part of our open wardrobe, and I'm able to stand here and work and think hopefully it will help me like. There's whiskey inside my veins. Okay, taking a break from editing. I don't know whether you guys also face this problem, because I think this is like a new age problem where we work too much on the computer, and so you see little floaters in your eyes, and I really hate that. Just wondering if anyone knows how to conquer or like how to counteract it, because it's like, you know, you have to use the computer for your job, right? So no choice. Anyway, I am taking like a vitamin for it. This is not an ad. I don't even know if it works, but I'm just taking it so that hopefully it works. Technology life. So right now I'm just prepping the vegetables. Just gonna get them washed. Okay, so I learned this trick from Melody, Missing Avenue. Don't throw this part out. It's actually really good and yummy, and it was so true. Like, I put it in my soup and cooked it. You don't eat it, you just cook it. So good. Korean soybean paste seasoning. The heat is a really good motivator, because the moment I finished lunch, I wanted to quickly go back into the studio because it was way too hot. I want aircon. I'm feeling heavy and I can't explain how I feel. Work is done. I am going to explore different options of trying to make editing a better process. So first is maybe I'm going to push the screen back, and then I'm going to attach this wireless Bluetooth like mouse so that I don't have to look so closely to the screen. But then again, sometimes I need to look at it close up. I don't know. You know, we'll figure it out together so that we can have a better editing experience and I don't get so uncomfortable. Tummy is not feeling super good, so I'm gonna make myself some tea. I'm a super hyper like introverted person. Not that I don't love people, I do, but it requires a lot of energy, and I dispense a lot of energy when I go for social meetings. And you know, like a wedding is like one giant social event, so it literally sucks my social energy dry, and I need like about a week. So when I do too many weddings, or like I have too much work to do, I don't have that alone time. I find it very difficult to, I start to feel a bit like down and no energy, and like, you know, like when you're working on a very low fuel kind of thing. Yeah, that's how I start to feel like. So when I notice myself getting burnout, and it's usually because there's a lot of work, right? So I am unable to take the time that I need to kind of switch off from work completely. And it's like this oxymoron where you have to take off time from work to switch off, because you know that like you just cannot. So I have to take off to go and rest and to really switch my mind off. It also becomes harder, like when you're burnout, it also becomes harder for you to switch off when you're off work. So like the last time I went into my room and just didn't look at any like stimuli, so no books, no phone, no YouTube, no whatever, and just tried to let my mind calm down and allow my mind's thoughts to be clearer and to be more succinct, and I ended up falling asleep. Like, I just fell asleep. So I guess sleep is another way one can deal with burnout, like especially when you're stressed. Sleep is like so important. So if you're stressed and then you don't get enough sleep, it's like, wow man, you're burning yourself on both ends of the candle. The other thing I like to do is to go out and go to a cafe and sit there for 3 hours. It's just something that I love to do. And it's quite funny because Ken will ask me like, you mean even if I follow you and I don't talk, it's not the same? I'm like, I wish it was the same, but it's kind of not the same. I think what I'm trying to say is like there's always this oxymoron in dealing with burnout, because you know, like when you're burnout, it means that you're too busy. So what do you try to do? You try to cut down the things that don't yield the best ROI. And sometimes we judge that ROI based on very tangible monetary things instead of the intangible things like your social, I want to call it energy, but I don't know what, like, yeah, your energy lah, your inner energy that keeps you motivated, keeps you happy, and your emotional tank basically. So it's like this oxymoron thing where even though you're more busy, you shouldn't like let go of these things that bring you joy. For example, like we were really busy like the past few weeks, but we really made it a point to watch a movie because I am super inspired by movies for my photos and for my videos. And the storytelling aspect, super inspiring. Every time I watch a great movie, like wow, I feel so topped up. And I'm just so thankful that Wonder Woman was great because it was such, I mean, like I just needed that so much. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Wonder Woman, I'm pretty sure you'll be hearing a lot of people raving about it. Anyway, this is also one of the reasons why I limit my weddings to 2 a month, even though like technically sometimes we can do 3, but it requires like a lot of work like after the wedding, and a lot of prep goes into each wedding and a lot of energy goes into each wedding. So unfortunately I have to make a choice and say no. Sometimes it's tempting to take on an extra 3rd wedding, but then I know that like socially I just cannot. If you're feeling burnout, I hope you find the time to just sit down and have a nice cup of tea or really take some time for yourself. Cheers. It's Sunday afternoon and I have decided that I'm gonna do some cleaning because I think that that's actually quite a good thing when you're feeling like overwhelmed. Sometimes it's because the environment is messy or not organized. So I'm gonna start with the kitchen. One thing I like to do is to listen to audiobooks. So I put it in a cup because you know, like the Uncle Sim thing.
Hello! Uncle Sim is back!
It gets louder, and the book I'm reading now is Bringing Up Baby. Fridge.
Whiskey inside my veins, I'm feeling so simple.